Great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning. Oh, yes. A beautiful reminder that we get to choose. And what is it that we get to choose? Well, it's very simple. We get to choose how we're going to think. We get to choose whether or not we're going to be controlled by the outer circumstances, to be controlled by what's happening, by what we see, hear, smell, taste, or touch, or to live from within. See, the choice is yours. It's always yours. It's always mine too, as well. It's very simple, but does that mean that it's easy? No, it doesn't. See, this is where understanding paradigms comes into play. This is where understanding that what you're battling against is not you. What you're battling against is a program, and that program consists of beliefs and habits, all of which are running subconsciously. See, that's where the battle is. It's inside. You can think of it this way. All of your problems are mental in nature. And guess what that means with regards to the solutions? It means that the solutions are mental in nature as well. Inside. Using those beautiful, wonderful tools that you have, your imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, and intuition, you can shift everything inside and lead yourself into a whole new world. You can do that provided you do start thinking differently, start seeing things differently. But see, again, guess who has to do that? Guess who has to enter their kingdom of heaven as a child? You do. I mean, think about this. You have an imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, intuition. Imagination is the starting point of all creation. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. All things were made by imagination. It's on the inside. And without imagination was not anything made that was made. Want to change your lifestyle? You want to change your income? You want to change the people you surround yourself with? How you're living? Car you drive? All of it. You can deliver that as a reality on the outside for your life, provided you make it a reality on the inside. You know, I was perusing through this beautiful gem here, The Power of Awareness, in chapter 17, All Things Are Possible. And what's cool, I love Neville's language. I also love Charles Haanel's language too, Robert Collier, Bob Proctor. But here he says this: live your life in a sublime spirit of confidence and determination. Everybody sit up with confidence and determination. You know what that looks like, so sit that way. Disregard appearances, conditions. Disregard what you're seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. Disregard that. Why? Because those are all effects. Remember, like causes lead to like effects. Those effects are there because of a cause. The cause is how you're thinking. You want to change the effect, you got to change how you're thinking. Disregard what you're seeing. Disregard what's happening in the outer world. Disregard appearances, conditions, in fact, all evidence of your senses that deny the fulfillment of your desire. If it's not in harmony with how you love things to be, write it off. Rest in the assumption that you are already what you want to be, who you want to be. For in that determined assumption, you and your infinite being are merged in creative unity. And with your infinite being, God, source, the universe, all things are possible. God never fails. See, it's by mastering your assumptions. What is that? That's perception. what you assume to be true. Remember, your reality has nothing to do with the facts. It has to do with the meanings that you give those facts. It has nothing to do with what somebody said, what somebody's done, what you've said, what you've done, what's happening in your life. It has to do with the meaning that you're giving it. See, that is an assumption. That is a belief. When you master that, you master your life. You're no longer a slave to the tyranny of second causes. Now, think about that for you. It may be a situation in your life right now where things aren't happening the way that you would love them to be. Maybe you're not earning what you would love to earn, and there's more month at the end of the month, and you would like more money at the end of the month, a lot more. Well, it may be a fact that that's happening in your life. Let me ask you this question. Will you be able to change that if all you're emotionally involved with are ideas that are in harmony with that? Will you be able to attract prosperity, abundance, an overflow of wealth into your life if your mind is saturated with lack and limitation? Think about that. See, the answer is no. It's that same beautiful question. Will you be able to be happy most of the time if you're constantly and emotionally involved with sad thoughts? The answer is no. It doesn't work that way. See, this is where you must do the work. Ignore what's happening on the outside, not for the purpose of just brushing it under the carpet or anything like that, but for the purpose of not giving it attention. Remember, whatever you give attention to, you get more of multiplied. See, this is where the power of your mind comes into play. Imagine great things for yourself. Assume that they are already yours. Be loyal to that unseen reality. Hold it on the screen of your mind. And from there, let the universe, let God, let's sort of take care of the rest of it. You don't have to concern yourself with the fact. You don't have to concern yourself with the law of attraction. Remember, attraction automatically happens. So does repulsion, too. It'll start taking shape in your outer world. Think about that for you. You want this to be a material fact in your outer world? Fall in love with it. Apply the principles that we've been diving into from this beautiful gem here, the Master Key System. If you don't have a copy of this, make sure you have a copy of this. If you want to read along word for word with us, then get this copy with this cover and then highlight it, underline it, and most importantly, use it. Use it in your life as if your life depends on it. You know why? Because it freaking does. So let's go into where we are, shall we? Let's go to where we are in this gem. Now, we talked about this yesterday. We're going to talk about it again. And here he says, hold on a second. I'm reading the file. Something happened here. Hold on. Turn off the screen. Bear with me just a moment. It'll come back here. Oh, there it is. Boom. Okay, here we go. 16, this is on page 349. If the desire is one which requires determination, ability, talent, courage, power, or any other spiritual power, these are necessary essentials for your picture. Build them in. Now, I find it quite beautiful and interesting how he's saying that determination, ability, talent, courage, power are spiritual powers. They're stuff, they are things that happen inside. Remember, the spiritual is thought. The kingdom of heaven is the kingdom of thought. Well, he's saying here, if that's part of this picture, then put it into the freaking picture. Build them in. They are the vital part of the picture. They are the what? They are the feeling, which combines with thought and creates the irresistible magnetic power which draws the things you require to you. Feeling is the secret. Put a big box around this section. Right next to it, write this. Feeling is the secret. That is what determines what gets attracted to you, what you're attracted to. How you control the feeling is by controlling your thoughts. When you put feeling into it, And again, let's just tie it into your goal. Remember, you don't manifest what you write on a goal card. You don't even manifest what's on a vision board. You don't manifest affirmations. What you manifest is how you feel about them. If you're feeling down, I got news for you. That's what's going to come to you. If you're feeling up, that's what's going to come to you. And so you're the one that gets to choose that. So put determination, ability, talent, courage, power into your picture if that's what's part of this. And what they will do is they will give your picture life. And life means growth. And as soon as it begins to grow, the result is practically assured. It is inevitable. Deny the evidence of the senses. Instead, fall in love with how you would love things to be. Be loyal to that, regardless of what's happening on the outside. That's how everything in the world that was made. Somebody imagined it first. Remember, it wasn't there. This device that you're watching this on was at one time just in someone's imagination. It wasn't a material fact. There are lots of people that said it couldn't be done. There's no evidence of it being done, but somebody was loyal to it. Same thing for everything in the room you're in right now, the walls, the paint. Now, before we proceed, those of you who are watching this live stream, if you'd love to get more of this, watch the recordings, then do yourself a favor and go to elevitality.com and register for Master